You want to get live alone, so you'll be following men up and down. So you want to live alone to start following men? Really? Gaga music. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Patricia. If you're new on this channel, welcome, and if you've been a day one subscriber, then thank you so much. You are the real one. Today we are on my bed, as you can see. Yeah, so it's the middle of the night and I am seated right here making this video. So from the title of this video, you already know what we're going to be talking about today. So today I want to share with you guys my experience so far living alone in Germany. So for those of you who do not know, I am a Nigerian and I study in Germany. So I live in Germany, yeah. So I moved to Germany on the 9th or 7th of January, I really can't remember, 2016. That was the day I moved to Germany. I will not forget that day because it was so cold, you get. My first 3 years in Germany, I spent with my aunt, like I lived with her, for those of you who do not know. And I have been living alone for a little over a year right now. Yeah, so what are my experiences so far? First of all, I would say coming from my... Okay, wait, let me start from the reason why I moved out in the first place from my aunt's house, yeah? So after my language course in Frankfurt, I lived in Frankfurt with my aunt. So after my language course and my student colleague is like what do you call, like a preparatory course you take here in Germany, because our WAEC is not recognized here, so we have to do like the 1-year preparatory course here. So I did my preparatory course in Frankfurt. So after that, it was time to move to a university, right? So I applied to so many universities, but I didn't get my desired course or the desired city I wanted to study in. But then the University of Bochum, the Ruhr-Universität Bochum, Ruhr-Universität Bochum gave me an admission to study biology and biotechnology. That's the name of our faculty. So that is what I do right now, like that is what I study. So I moved out. So I had to move out because it was like in another region of the country, so I had to move. There was no way I could like commute from, like it just wasn't possible. So when it came for me to move out, coming from an African home and coming from a Nigerian home to be precise, it wasn't that easy. Like everybody, all my aunts were like my Nigerian aunts, they were like, ha, Amara, it's going to, because guys, if you don't know, my name is also Amara. That's like my Igbo name, and I'm even considering changing the name of this channel to Amara Ozor and not Patricia Ozor, because that is what you will hear me call myself most of the time on this channel. So that's by the way. So my aunt and everyone was like, how can Amara go and live alone in Obodo Ibo? In the Obodo Ibo, Amara is going to live alone. How old is she? Can she make it? This and that, this and that. Guys, coming from a Nigerian home, like I said before, we have this mentality that a girl is supposed to move out of her father's house or relative's house or aunt's, well, in my own case now, aunt's house, only when I'm about to move into my husband's house. You get me? When I'm about to get married. So that is the belief in my country. Like you don't see, like it's not often that girls just decide to move out of their father's house or out of their family member's house. It's not that common, even though that when you get an admission to the university, this is a time where so many people move out of their parents' home or their family's house, I don't know, to a hostel, which in my own case was what happened. Yeah, so I moved out of my aunt's house, and I could remember searching for an apartment. It was so difficult to find an accommodation, but yeah, fortunately for me, I got a student hostel. So I currently live in a student hostel here in Bochum. I've not even told you guys where I live. So I live in Bochum, yeah, in North Rhine-Westphalia in Germany. I would say moving out has been the best decision that I made, but then again, it's not the easiest. Do you get me? It's been the best, but not it's not been the easiest decision so far. So why did I say that? Now moving out, yeah, as a Nigerian, yeah, as a girl, as an African who decided she wants to move out, you get. So it also comes with a price. It comes with a price in the sense that, okay, you, like, our families, they take it like you're showing them that you've grown, that you now want to be independent, like you could literally take care of yourself. So they kind of leave you to do that. So they kind of leave you to do that, you know, to kind of fend for yourself, which has its advantages and also its disadvantages. Again, moving out, like I said, has been the best decision in the sense that it kind of helps you to, you know, develop yourself. I have learned so many things about myself that I wouldn't have ever been able to do if I was still under the roof or under the wings of someone else. Not regarding if you have to be my parents or my aunt or my uncle, you know, just being alone, you kind of talk to yourself, and that is also another point I will get to. Like, you kind of sit down, you get to know yourself very well. This is what I like, this is what I don't like. And I also think it's a good idea because it kind of gives you time to know yourself very well, so that if you decide to get married in the future tomorrow, you already like know yourself. Do you get me? So I think it gives you this room to develop. So you kind of like know how to accommodate someone else. I don't think it's a really good idea to kind of move from your parents' house to a man's house directly. You get, there are so many things. I'm not saying that people don't do it. Of course people do it and they succeed, but then again, I believe it's like a plus if you have had this time to kind of live alone and all that. And I've always not been the one to kind of depend on someone that much. So secondly, you literally do whatever you like. You come back when you like, you wake up whenever you like, come back whenever you like, go out whenever you like there's nobody checking on you, you have no curfew, which could be dangerous if you are not a cultured human being and you're not disciplined. That could have a very bad side effect. Get me? So another advantage I would say is that you kind of structure your life. Like you determine what is going to happen in your life, like what you're going to eat today, how you're going to eat today, if you're going to clean your room at all. Or please guys, clean your room. That you're living alone is not an excuse for you to live like a pig. You kind of know the things you want for yourself and the things you don't want for yourself. It's really a very big, like, every day, like, I don't think I regret ever moving out. Another thing that living alone has taught me is that I had this recessive ambivert trait in me. Yeah, because before I used to think that I was an extrovert. Yeah, I was always like, I'm an extrovert. But then living alone kind of makes you realize that there are some times when you just want to kind of withdraw, yeah, and just stay on your own. Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge extrovert, yeah, but then there are times, let's just say I'm an ambivert, like that is what I will categorize myself as. And living alone actually taught me that, because I come from a very large family. There were always people around. You don't really have time for yourself to kind of go into yourself and think. You can just have that alone time with yourself. It is very important. I would say that now it's very important. Then the disadvantages of living alone, I would say, one, the bills comes with it because you're now an adult. You have to pay your own bills yourself, because that mother that you said, "Mommy, it's time for me to move out," or "Auntie, it's time for me to move out," or "Daddy or uncle," they're just going to kick you to the curb, kick you to the bin. So you got to pay your bill yourself. And then again, all this free space and free time you have, all the independence you have, it's left to you to kind of know what you want to do with it. If you like, you can rubbish it. If you like, you can use it to do something very positive for yourself, to achieve something for yourself, put it in the right direction. You get me? So you will check yourself, because at this point in time you are totally responsible for every step, for every action you make. So you just have to be very careful with everything you do. Know that you staying alone and having no one to watch you doesn't mean that you can go bananas. You club every night and day. Guys, let me tell you, when I was not living alone, I used to say that whenever I live alone, I will stay out all night, I will do this, I will do that, I will visit this friend, do this, do that. What's the time? This is 1914. It's currently 1914, and I'm at home. Like literally, I've been at home all day, except for when I went out for my dentist appointment. So it's really not like that. Like when you live alone, you think you can do this and do that and do that, but then you find out that you really don't have that time, especially if you have something else doing. Like in my case, I have school. I just finished my examination. Whoop whoop. You get? So yeah, if you have school, if you have work, you find out that by the time you're back, you are so exhausted, you just want to eat and go to bed. Sometimes I don't even get to eat. I'm so exhausted that I just go straight to sleep. Yeah, it's left to you, man. It's left to you. You get me? Since my whole life, I've had people pay the bills for me. I've had people buy food for me, pay my house rent, clothe me and all that. But now I take care of all that by myself. And then, like I said, I am quite an independent woman. I believe in getting it myself. I believe in making it myself. Like, all my family members will tell you that I am not that disturbing. Like when it comes to please, I need this, I need this, I need this. I really ask for help when it has gone like so bad, you get me? But if it's something that I can handle, I always find my way around it and handle it. And yeah, what else? What are disadvantages of living alone? You feel like living alone is the heaven and everything, and sometimes you do it because so many people are around and all that, but it gets lonely. It tends to get lonely, guys. Yeah, it gets lonely. That is something they don't tell you, but yeah, I find myself like talking to myself a lot. I talk to myself every time, and then you have to cook every single day for yourself. You know that if you don't cook, there won't be any food, except you do takeaway, and I am not one to do takeaway. I believe in cooking, coming home and cooking myself and know what's entering my tummy. You get me? So cook on a daily basis, you do your laundry, and then when I was at home, doing my laundry was free. But now that I live in a hostel, I have to pay to do my laundry. Crazy, right? But yeah, so I really don't want this video to be a very long video, and it's kind of getting long right now. So I would say that living alone is a very great choice if you have the opportunity. I will advise everybody, like, before you move into that stage of living with someone, it's just like you're being picked from a level 1 and placed on the level 15. never regret the decision that I made. But it's not as if I actually had an alternative. Like, I moved out for school, you get me? Yeah, so that's my experience so far. I've been living alone for just 1 year. I don't know if anything will change going forward, but I know that should anything change, it will only change for the better. And yeah, you just have to kind of know yourself with discipline. You get, you're living alone, it doesn't give you the passport to start misbehaving or doing things, and that is what our African or Nigerian parents always hint on. You want to live alone, so you'll be following men up and down. So you want to live alone to start following men? Really? But yeah, it's just them being them. It doesn't mean that they don't love you or anything, but it's just the mentality that we have and all that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry this video is kind of all over the place. I didn't write down anything, no preparation whatsoever. So I will show you on this camera. I remember that there are so many things I didn't say. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, and I shall see you in my next video. Do not forget to check out my other videos that will be linked in the description box below. And do you have any questions whatsoever, I am always free. Like, my Instagram DM is always open for questions. I get a lot of questions about studying and living in Germany. So do not forget to write me if you have any questions, or you think I didn't cover anything, or is there any other thing you want to add. Feel free, the comment section is open. I shall see you in my next video. Bye.